Hello and welcome back to another exciting episode of No Quest for the Wicked. Gentlemen, I have but two simple questions for you. First and foremost, are you ready to rock?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, more importantly, are you ready to roll?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now's in it. Now's locked in. He's dialed in.
I'm fucking ready to fucking go, man.
Well, we are about to fight like 40 people or something. How many cutlasses were there? It was a lot, right?
We leveled up 50%. That's a 50% increase in levels. We're ready to take names and kick numbers.
I'll do a quick little recap before we jump into it. Last episode, you met a demon that is tethered to the book that you're looking for. The book that you now know, as per Root, the demon who resides in said book, or is the guardian of the book, is called the Grimoire of Shackles and Shattering. And it is a book that allows you to sort of swap things. You are able to shackle something onto another person and shatter it upon yourself. She described it as something as simple as life and death, or something as complex as like shattering your anxieties or your insecurities and putting them on another person. It can be as that sort of like nebulous of a concept. If you can do it correctly, which the last person who used the book apparently did not. They ruined the ritual and somehow tethered her to the spot where Darwin Glass's soul should have been tethered as a haunt or a ghost after being murdered, and tethered his soul to the book. Or so you think, because his buddy, Oswald, tried to raise him, and his soul was nowhere to be found. Root seems to think that they have ended up swapping places, and she has also enlisted your help in finding the book. At this point,
we're very much in demand, probably because we're so good at things.
Yes, at this point in time, you now have two parties interested in getting the book. The Relic Hunters, who you have promised to give the location to, or the book itself, and Root, who you've also promised to the point of making an infernal pact with.
And also Estrella.
And Estrella, yes. You've also promised Lacey that you would get the book to her so that she could lock it up. Then you guys did a little bit of investigation. You met, well, I guess you didn't really meet them, but you saw the Sterlings, the sort of high-class, wealthy family that seems to have just moved in.
I met Lionel.
Yes, you did meet Lionel very briefly.
I rolled a very high diplomacy.
And then you scheduled a meeting with the mayor in 2 weeks' time.
Can't wait.
And you met the proprietor of a bookstore named Big Tone, who...
my second best friend after Portnoy.
You made a deal with him to help promote the bookstore in exchange for using his sort of magical book as kind of books as kind of a library. As a sign of goodwill and good faith, he's lent you a book with a magnifying glass that will help you kind of like pick out clues to find the grimoire you are looking for. You realize that there was a connection between the copper cutlasses and the book you're looking for. And where we pick up now is the copper cutlasses have made you, I guess. They have gotten you've gotten their attention, and they seem to be trying to box you into the bazaar as you were trying to escape. Another copper cutlass wearing a sort of dog-like mask has just trapped you in an alley. So to refresh your guys' mind, you're in this alley down a bazaar. A box has been smashed in front of you, like a huge crate is smashed in front of you, and there is a very nonchalant gentleman leaning against the wall. He's wearing this carved wooden mask that kind of looks like a dog or a wolf of some sort, and is just kind of like leaning against the wall, smirking away.
Two things, my friend. One, you dropped your box. Terribly sorry. And two, that sash, it's working overtime for you.
He holds out his fingers and just kind of like inspects his nails, brushes them on his chest, and he just says, "Yes, I know."
Right, well, we'll be off.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good one.
He waves his hand, and that box that was in front of you enlarges to about like twice its size to like take up even more space. And he just says, "Well, now let's have a quick conversation before you run off so quickly."
We're so popular, Vlyn. People they're just demanding conversations with us, and I get it. We're the hot stuff in town, but we're quite busy.
You are quite correct. You have...
Well, thank you.
...garnered quite a bit of heat in your brief time here on Terra Sancta.
Do you want an autograph? Is that it?
Actually, we have somewhere to be But like we could meet up later. You want to? Yeah.
He could do instant noodles in a sub 5 minutes.
It's true. Yeah. No, I take a little bit of extra time. Make sure you get the right texture.
What's your name, friend?
You can call me Jackal.
Jackal.
Oh, I was
roguish.
for sure gonna call you the wolf on a walled street. But Jackal is good.
Vlyn.
Jackal is good.
He smiles again. He just says, and as far as I understand it, my fellow compatriots are quite keen on getting their hands on you.
Who? Hands?
He means
in a raunchy fashion?
No, Flit. He means the cutlasses. They've been boxing us in and following us for the last 5 minutes.
Well, yes, I was pretending that wasn't the case. Why are your hooligans trying to box us in? To rob? I will have you know my father's teaching me a lesson, so I have nothing of value to steal.
Oh, no. We are not interested in... sorry, let me rephrase.
Papa has ensured that I have nothing of worth to steal. He's really making this authentic for me.
We are very interested in the material gains. However, in this situation, we are not interested in your material gains. We are interested in making sure that you do not find, or rather, our organization is interested in making sure that you do not find what you are looking for. I, however, have a differing opinion on said book.
Vlyn, we're about to make another deal.
How many deals deep are we at this point? 3?
I've lost count.
Okay. Yeah.
What is your opinion, Mr. Jackal?
I'm assuming Mr. Jackal here.
He's admitting that he has said Grimoire.
Myself, personally, no. However,
no, but
the cutlasses have and are in possession of the book.
You know it's bad news, right?
This is why I wish to liquidate it from our treasury, so to speak.
Yeah, it's also just broken. Like it in its current form, there's no use to it, really.
Well, when you deal with demonic artifacts, there is always a use. And I am worried the more skewed its purpose, the more dangerous it is. And I believe that my organization is on the cusp of making a very catastrophic mistake.
Okay, well,
you'll tell us where the forge is?
We'll take it off your hands. We'll be gone. Everyone will be happy. We'll have no deals. It'll be wonderful.
No, Flit, our friend here doesn't want to be like physically involved in what happens because he doesn't want to be caught.
We'll saunter in.
Yeah, we'll have to saunter in. So can you tell us where the forge is?
Oh, you make assumptions. I very much want to be involved. The gentlemen who are about to make said mistake are, in my opinion, jackasses. And I would like to make everyone know within my organization and on Dura Sancta that they are, in fact, jackasses.
Okay. Well, wonderful for us. When you'll let us in, we'll grab the book. You can make them into jackalses.
I give you a high five.
Like Jackal. Thank you.
As you guys are talking, you hear banging on the other side of this giant wooden blockade, and voices being like,
is it the convoy of moms, or did they get trapped in the alley?
You hear on the other side a group of people being like, Jackal, don't you fuck around, what are you doing? And then on the other end behind Jackal, the sort of group that was closing in on you from the other side now blocks off the alley, and he says, oh, well, it now seems that it is time for us to make our escape. And he waves his hand in front of the box. It disappears. You see a small coil of something, sort of magical essence, appear in his hand, and he throws it up like a rope. It wraps around one of the support beams in the alley as a rope, and he says, I would hold on, if you will.
Grab him.
Grab it.
He says, I meant the rope, but okay. He wraps his arms around you, Flit, and he gives it a tug, and it like snapshots him up. Just as the guys on the other side of the boxes go for a lunge, you see one guy hit the ground really hard as you guys soar up onto the rooftops of the bazaar. You hear shouting, and once again, you hear a lot of people being like, Jackal, don't do this! And Jackal looks at you and he says, follow me. and he begins running across this rooftop with sort of like practice feet. Like there's no real jumping or dodging or whatever. It seems like it's all just one fluid motion. Like this is so muscle memory at this point for him that every laundry basket that he avoids, every sort of raised step, every crate and barrel is just an easy bypass for him. Please give me athletics checks to see if you can keep up with him.
And that one.
Oh my god, Niall. 16.
Great. Vlyn, you are, you're certainly not as graceful, but you are able to sort of like, you know, hop over the things you need to hop over. Almost immediately, Flit, you eat shit. What do you trip on? What happens here?
Loose tile, for sure, loose tile. Like, I take one step and just like, bam.
You step on one of these clay tiles that sort of slides out under your foot, and that kind of creates a cascade of them. You hit your ass and you begin sliding down towards the edge, tiles falling out into the street. You see the copper cutlasses have some of the ones who are coming in from behind Jackal have looped back out into the street, and you see that there's like 4 or 5 of them kind of waiting at the end of this roof to catch you, essentially.
Can I roll like a reflex or something to try to like?
Yeah. I don't know if you'll be able to. What do you want to do here?
I just want to like make sure he doesn't fall in the street. Like we could both be prone and towards like slowed down, but I just don't want him to fall into enemy hands.
Okay, yeah. Give me a reflex save. Now I'll also ask for a reflex save. See if you can catch yourself on the ledge.
Sure. I was going to see if I could acrobatics to balance on the gutter when I get to the very end.
Okay, yeah. I'll take that.
I rolled a 6.
I also rolled a 6.
Oh, no.
But my acrobatics is a 9, so that's a 15.
Okay, great. Vlyn, you try to, you notice, you hear the sort of like yelp and the sound of the tiles dislodging and sliding down into the street. You manage to...
Vlyn, I'm falling!
You reach out, you try to grab Flit, and you just sort of like scoop...
high five.
his back. Yeah, you guys get a nice high five in. That's just enough like friction to kind of get you back upright, Flit, and you manage to get your like heels into the gutter, and you're now sort of like teetering on the edge.
Yeah, I feel like I slide and then I'm like hit the gutter and like almost going over, and I'm just like balancing, and there's like a crowd of people with like cutlasses below me.
Yeah, the ones below you just say, "All right, bud, get down from there. Come on, we're not trying to hurt you. We just want to talk. Get down."
I kick a tile at him and I start to run along the gutter.
Give me an attack roll.
I guess ranged attack?
Yeah.
That's a 16.
Hell yeah. Yeah, you kick this tile and it hits the guy like square in the face, like Home Alone style. And you just see him just like, that guy just goes down.
Uh-oh. I start running along the gutter.
Jackal's like 12 like houses down or like buildings down, and he just like, he's looking at you and he's got like his hands on his hips just waiting for you guys to catch up. You see the cutlasses on sort of like either sides of the roof are now, they've moved out onto the streets and are kind of like following along. And Jackal, while standing on it's like a flat roof with slightly raised edges, a sort of like clothesline, he takes that swirling essence and taps one of the poles that the clothesline is attached to, and the one shoots up like straight into the air, probably about like 30 feet, and he grabs the other end of the line and he just says, "Let's go. This time, again, grab the line." And he looks at you, Flit.
Grab the line.
And he runs and he swings across over the whole alley, the whole street of the other side of the bazaar onto another set of rooftops, and when he reaches a chimney, he runs over it, grabs that quintessence and touches it, and the chimney expands and he jumps in.
Okay, I guess we're jumping down a chimney.
Vlyn, did we die back before the dream and this is all some kind of netherworld?
Honestly, I expected at this point to be like just at my house doing like labor, or I would come home and live a quiet life. But it's a nightmare fueled dream. Dream fueled nightmare. Anyway, 1.
I tip over into
2,
the chimney.
Oh God.
Yeah, you guys make your way down this chimney and you can feel it sort of like closing behind you, like getting smaller behind you.
Horrifying.
Which is actually helping you kind of like slow your fall, because you can kind of just like go down it. The fireplace that it enters into is big, and the second you guys step out of it, it shrinks back down to a normal size. Jackal looks at you and just says, "Okay, that was a little more exciting than I was expecting, but we need to make sure that the cutlasses, I do not think they're going to harm you, but they are going to impede you."
Well, I did just kind of let the moment get the best of me and kick a tile into one of your compatriots' faces, and he did seem to go unconscious. So
Okay,
they might want to harm me a little bit, at least him.
yes, they may want to get a little bit of retribution. But my biggest concern is that we will not be able to stop the idiots from doing idiotic things in time if they catch you or us.
Well, let's go right now.
But that is the plan. And he walks over to a cellar door and opens it up, and he says,
Such a beautiful word.
as one might say, the most beautiful combination. And he begins walking down.
Vlyn, what if this is a trap? I just kind of thought about that now.
Everything we've done is a trap. So if we expect everything to be the trap, is it really a trap?
What if 2 traps make a right?
Well, hold on. So if it's a trap and we know it's a trap, but we don't know what the trap is.
Then we're still trapped. Are we just in someone's house right now? Are they here?
There's nobody in this house now that you know of.
Vlyn, why do they have furniture and I don't?
Well, they've been here for a long time.
Sorry.
Yeah, lesson.
Let's go.
As you go down into this cellar, it's a pretty unassuming basement. It's like packed dirt on the ground. It's a little damp. There's shelves of a bunch of like jars and stuff. This seems to be sort of a storage place for one of the storefronts. And Jackal is like doing something in the corner. There's like a wooden structure that he is fiddling with in the corner. What would you like to do?
I'll perception just to see what he's doing.
Yeah,
I'll do the same.
That's a 16 again.
That's a 22 from me.
Ooh.
Damn. Okay. Flit, you can see that he's working on some sort of, it looks like a puzzle. Like one of those
puzzles.
One of those weird like slidey make a picture puzzle.
Hmm.
Vlyn, you are seeing the moves that he's doing. With a 22, you kind of are piecing together what he's up to, and this seems to be a very ornate lock to a door, and some of the key moves that he's making are now sort of like ingrained in your brain. Like if you had to work this puzzle or a similar type of puzzle, you would probably be able to do it fairly easily with being able to watch how he's doing it.
Nice.
After a moment or two, you hear a big like as he presses the door in and it slides up.
Is this your home?
No. This is someone's inventory room, I believe.
It's cool that you have a door here.
There's doors like this scattered throughout the bazaar if you know where to look. Now, please, quickly.
Run in.
As you guys, it's sort of like a half like sized door, so you kind of have to like scoot under. And when you scoot under, you enter into a pretty impressive set like network of tunnels. The air instantly cools as you enter into the underground tunnels below the bazaar. The pathways themselves are crudely dug out, but the walls are very well maintained, and they are supported by what looks like a kind of strange version of shape slate. Like you've seen shape slate before, this looks similar, but slightly different, and it's hard to sort of like pinpoint why. Every 20 or so feet, there is a small recessed alcove. Some of these alcoves have doors. Some of them have vents where you can see daylight and sort of like hear the sounds of the bazaar above. Others have just sort of like a 1-inch cube indentation that have a force field blocking them, and then like a weird symbol. So it looks like you would be able to like put something or take something out, but they are currently blocked off. And below each one of them are one of those like slidey puzzles that you guys just saw him use. And then behind you, you can hear sort of the sound of waves.
Oh, we're by the sea. I love the sea.
Yes, it is kind of a well-kept secret that...
Can you fish around here?
At the port, yes, absolutely. Anywhere by the...
He's gone full dad.
I love fishing.
I need you to lock in, please.
Sorry, yeah.
But you did... Wait, hold on. You didn't understand what I was saying about muckworms and riverfish, but you apparently fish? Vlyn,
Well,
that's the whole premise. I know that.
I just haven't heard the saying before. Like, the saying makes sense.
Vlyn, could you roll a life science check for me? Or sorry, both of you roll a life science check, and I'm going to use whoever rolls higher, even if you're not trained, will be correct about whether or not muckworms do get riverfish.
It's a 13.
I rolled a 16.
Yeah.
Hey, look, Flit, like the best thing to catch a river fish is not a muckworm. You want like a cleaner, like a shale worm, obviously.
Worms live in shale?
Yeah, the worms are, like they can go through shale, so they have like a little bit of an acidic kind of slime, and they're really good at catching muckworms because it like paralyzes.
And why would you catch a
them little
muckworm?
bit. Oh, sorry, I'm really good at catching river fish.
Vlyn, I'll give it to you for now. Only as I have
We'll
never
go fishing,
fished.
and we'll test them both. I can't wait to do a fishing episode where it's just us talking about fishing for river fish for an hour and a half. Anyway, sorry, Jackal, what were you doing? What are we doing?
He says the bazaar is sort of the way that the cutlasses travel around. We are able to we when we built the bazaar, we were able to build a sort of tunnel system underneath to do some more illicit business that may need to be done.
Drugs.
Not necessarily, just things that perhaps Dura Sancta prohibited from entering into the planet.
Drugs.
It's not always drugs. It could be livestock. It could be
livestock.
Fauna. It could be
oh my god,
flora.
Are you telling me there's a secret cow somewhere in this bazaar?
I'm not saying there isn't.
Okay. All right. I see what you're doing there, Mr. Jackal.
I assume no one is aware of these tunnels, or at least they are secret.
The people who are aware of them are compensated well enough that they aren't, if you know what I mean.
Wink.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm picking up what you are laying upon the floor.
Could you guys roll me perception checks real quick?
That's
I feel like this
18.
whole campaign is going to be you making us roll perception checks while we're rambling and something terrible happens.
Yeah.
It's actually a 17, not an 18. Sorry.
I rolled a 19, so...
Great. As you guys are walking by one of these indentations that has a vent that's up into the bazaar, you hear several voices being like, they're in the tunnels, look. But you don't know what they mean by look. Like, they can't see you.
Jackal, what do they mean by look?
And you can tell that, like, these vents are almost amplifying sound.
Oh.
But, like, your direction.
Oh, okay.
Like, you can tell that these are used to, like, listen to conversations. So, roll me an engineering if you want to, like, figure out more about
I have
this.
A +1.
You can also just ask if you're curious. Like, if your characters are curious, Jackal doesn't seem to be hiding much from you.
I rolled a 14.
I don't have engineering.
Okay. With a 14, it's pretty clear that, like, if the copper cutlasses wanted something, they would bring someone near one of these vents and have a conversation with someone. And despite that they would be having a hushed conversation, anyone down here by the vent would be able to hear them clear as day. So this seems to be a way of, like, potentially blackmailing someone, getting information. Like, it's just
spying on people.
Yeah, it's just a network of spying on people and, like, having clandestine conversations being broadcast to people they don't want knowing. So it's like whoever could be down here listening to a conversation, as long as you know that they're having it, and the cutlasses know where to stand in order to have the conversations at what vent.
Can they see us down here?
He thinks for a second. He says, "Did you talk to any of the cutlasses?"
We were bumped by one in the bazaar. Quite rudely, I may add.
Pockets, empty them.
Oh, no.
I start frisking myself.
I have so many pockets in my jacket and my cargo pants.
Give me perception checks. Let's see if you can find anything.
That's a 12. Oh, faded number.
Ooh.
Oof.
D6 time.
That's a 26 perception for me after you roll that faded number.
Okay. Vlyn, you find a small copper coin with a jeweled center and in your pocket. And
gosh darn it.
Takes you a little longer, Flit, but you find one as well. And when Jackal sees them, he grabs them and puts them on the ground and smashes the jewel with his heel. He says, well, it's not great that they know we're down here, but at least now they don't know exactly where we are.
We should have thrown it down the other direction, and then they would have gone that way.
We should have caught a rat and tied the coin to a rat.
Exactly. Mr. Jackal, violence isn't always the answer.
Sometimes it's catching a rat.
Sometimes the brain is the muscle you should be flexing.
I apologize. Sometimes I've always wanted to, like, throw something on the ground and, like, break it. You know what I mean? Like a like a comm unit.
I actually understand a lot, but I'm quite slight. I'm quite slim. I don't weigh a lot. It's very hard for me to do. Vlyn now, he's got stomping feet.
I do.
Well, the next time that I need something stomped, I will ask you, Vlyn. I'm sorry for taking
run.
this. Yes.
We should run.
You hear from sort of like further down the way that you guys have come, you hear the sound of footsteps.
Should
but before
I
we do
roll
that,
my-
we're going to do, we're going to do Niall's
Yeah.
fated number.
There's an earthquake. All the tunnels collapse.
Look, guys, we know it's going to be a 6, right? That's a 3.
Okay. Roll me a d20.
18. Jekyll has a heart attack and dies.
Great.
Yeah, we book it down the hall away from these people.
As you guys are running, Jackal thinks, he says, these tunnels, they will see us and will continue to follow us. Come here. And he stands into one of the recesses of the walls, and he says, be very still. And I know this might be difficult for the two of you, but please be quiet.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
And he takes that swirling magical energy and throws it to his feet, and a wall appears in front of you. And you guys are now behind an illusory wall. And yes, you see, after maybe 30 seconds, the cutlasses run and they stop just a little bit away from you, and they pick up those coins and they say, damn it, they found the trackers. They can be anywhere now. And they throw it down, and you hear a gruff voice say, two of you, that way. We'll go back towards the port. If you find them, let us know. Make sure they don't get to the temple. Give me stealth checks.
I don't how rare,
Do we
we haven't had to
need
roll
that?
stealth.
You guys have bonuses from the wall.
I got an 18 sans bonus.
I got a 19 plus 5. I got a 24.
Hell yeah, you guys are able to stay silent and still. The cutlasses have no idea that you are hiding, right beside them. And you see two go down the way that you were headed, two go back down the other way, and then there's another guy who seems to be walking back to the door that they came in from.
Oh, yeah.
And after a moment, you see the two that went the direction that you guys were going, they turn left. And Jackal smirks, removes the illusory wall, and says, all right, I guess we'll go the long way then.
Are the coins still on the ground?
No, they seem to have been picked up.
Is there a stone nearby?
Yeah, I mean, the ground is just dirt. So yeah, I'm not big stones, but small little pebbles. Yeah, for sure.
Sure. I scooped 3 pebbles.
Okay. You have 3 pebbles. Make sure you add those to
you
your,
put that on your inventory.
inventory sheet, and
Okay.
make sure you add the appropriate weight. They are 42 pounds each.
Oh, sorry. That is a very good question. These, you did state they were small, so I assume they are unattended and less than 1 bulk, yes?
Yes, 100%. Yeah.
Perfect.
That's what people listen to this show about. Good, grindy, rule following.
We want to hear every pound of every object,
You brought it up.
the encumbrance of all of our characters. Yeah, Jackal continues to lead you through this tunnel system. You see the way that the left side that they went continues in sort of tunnel formation. The right way that you guys are now going, what Jackal called the long way, the tunnels begin to degrade and kind of stop as they enter into a more natural cave formation. And you enter into a lilac purple cave. The stone is sort of this small, porous, almost sponge-like texture, but it is rock hard. It is solid. And then there's tiny little rippling pools of crystal clear water. It almost looks like glass. Trickling water comes down from some of the larger holes in the walls and ceiling. Some of the cracks are just this clear water. There's almost an immediate change in temperature as well. It's much cooler in here.
Is it dripping on us?
Nope. It's
Okay.
running down the sides of the walls, almost like really lame waterfalls.
Cool. Flit very carefully edges around these.
And then across the floor and the walls, there are drastically sized, almost like coral growths. There's ones that kind of look like human brains. There's those big spidery guys. There's the funneled cups. Sort of it looks like you're kind of in a coral reef right now.
I just like how you're saying this as if, oh yeah, the big spidery guys. Yeah. Oh, the big cups. What are you talking about?
If you look, I promise you, if you Google like coral, you would see exactly.
I'm not a big coral head. Sorry.
Yes.
The paths themselves are incredibly winding, and then there's like natural forming staircases that enter into like big clearings and big caverns, and then there's other slopes that like are really steep that go down into almost like claustrophobically tight passages.
So did you guys find these caves or did you make these caves?
They look natural, Vlyn.
We made the tunnels. These ones we found while we were digging, and we figured, if the gods have given us a gift of passage, why not take it? It didn't make any sense to try to reinforce something that was already naturally stable.
Or like the devil gave it to you. Because there could be something bad and scary down here, right? Like,
it's a cave. There's nothing bad in caves, Vlyn. That's where they age cheese.
You age cheese in a cave?
Have you never had cave-aged cheese?
No, I just have...
Jekyll puts a hand on your shoulder, Flit, and says, "Not all men are made for the finer things."
Tell me about it. You think at his age he would have tried more things? Or at least better things?
It takes a while. You guys are traveling for quite a bit. If you guys want to ask Jackal anything, if you guys want to discuss amongst yourself, this is a good time to have a conversation or ask Jackal sort of anything you want.
You mean a good time to huddle up?
Yeah, if you want to do a huddle up, you could.
Yeah, okay, I'll use my huddle up ability. So I like once again just talk about the plan. It's where it's like, okay, so we get in there, get the book, and then we just get out of there. Like what you say you want to ruin these people, Jackal? Like what's that all about? Like are we going to help you with that in any way while we're there? Like,
are you trying to usurp the ruler of these cutlasses of copper?
No. These idiots are operating not independently. They do have the permission of Soho, but they aren't upper echelon of the cutlasses by any means. They have made a promise that they are not able to fulfill, and their attempt to fulfill said promise will probably spell disaster for the settlement, if not all of Durasancta.
Now that I can understand. Sometimes you just have to keep making promises to multiple people, and there's no possible way you're equipped to deal with them. The Jackal has a copper cutlass, right? I'm not crazy.
He does, yes.
Okay. Now, Vlyn, all we need to do is see the thing, and we can get it back to its owner immediately, right?
What?
The Grimoire. We don't need to bring it anywhere. We can just be like, here it is.
Yeah, but we have to be careful, I think, I would maybe want to be careful about where we summon a demon to, claim her book back.
Oh, I have a wonderful idea. You, Jackal, would a distraction help?
I'm not too sure what the situation is walking into it. I don't know how far they've gotten with the book, but if I can't imagine a distraction could hurt.
Excellent. Don't worry. I've got this. I pull out my phone.
Oh no.
Well, okay, I'll run it by you, Vlyn. Roha wants the book, right? He's a scallywag sort, right? And he wants it, now. So we are bound by promise to him to get paid to let him know where it is. We let him know. He assaults them at their temple, causes a ruckus. We bust in, get the book, give it to the demon, abscond with our lives. Everybody's unhappy apart from us, and that's all that matters.
Well, we don't want to ruin the Copper Cutlass's secret base for everybody. We want to tell everyone about it. We're just getting rid of some back.
I couldn't give a shit.
I know.
Also,
but
didn't he say the temple? Isn't the temple a known spot of theirs?
It is not. Not this temple, at least.
I should have read the intro booklet, shouldn't I have?
The only temple that you guys are aware of is the church that's being built by the Church of Hylax.
You guys aren't part of the Church of Hylax? Portnoy tried to explain it to me. You guys are very good friends? Is that it?
I don't think they like each other that much.
With the parish. No, we are not friends with the parish.
Okay. You know what? I will get round to that book sometime.
Yeah. We should have like a book night where we sit down and read it together.
You know what we should do? We should have a book day where we get the book that could destroy our planet.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
That's a great point.
Good plan.
What I'm thinking is I don't give a shit if Roha learns about this hidden base. Why do we care? These people tried to assail us.
Well, I would also say, I do want to stay in a little bit of the good graces. I mean, I'm not trying to blow my whole place up, right? Metaphorically, in this
They don't have to know what you did in terms of telling Roja.
I don't think we need to get Roja involved. I think we need to handle our deals one at a time. I don't think we want all our deals being resolved at the exact same time.
Okay, but then how do we fulfill that deal if we get to this place, call Root absconds with the book? Then we cannot complete.
The book is in hell. We say the book is in the abyss.
That's a great point, actually. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, man, the book is in the abyss.
Vlyn,
best of luck.
You're a straight chooser, and I like that about you. Okay, excellent. I just hasten to add that I do need money because my infinite wealth has been momentarily taken away from me in a loving manner.
I will say, when you pull out your communication, like your comm unit, Flit, you notice that your signal is practically gone. So if you do want to make a call right now, it's now or never. You're not going to be, you can assume that like if you keep going this way, you're going to lose service and you won't be able to make a call. If there's something that you want to do, now's the time.
I trust you, Vlyn. I dramatically put my phone away. Like I make a meal out of it.
And I put my hands on your shoulder and I look you in the eyes and I say, it's all right, bud. We're going to do it together because we're a team.
We're going to do it?
Dream team.
What?
We're going to do it. We're going to get out there.
Oh.
We're going to get that book. We're going to capture that book.
That's what we're going to do.
That's what we're going to do.
I thought
I sort of like pat you on the cheek.
Oh.
Come on. Rock and roll.
When you pat me on the cheek, I actually like snatch your hand away from my face really quickly.
It's all right.
It's all good. Let's go.
And we go.
Cool. You guys are huddled up. You get your bonuses to, I think, initiative and perception and AC for traps. Cool.
Dane's adding like 9 more traps as we speak.
Yeah. Jackal continues to go. Do you have any questions for him regarding anything? You guys did your huddle up.
Nah.
But very quickly, as we walk, your plan is I assume you have a secret entrance to this place?
No. Okay. Here's the part that perhaps I buried the lead a little bit on. The temple, which we have sort of made our home, it's a bit strange. It does have its own natural defenses, and I would imagine that the idiots currently inside have activated them. So it might be difficult to get to the inner sanctum. Not impossible. I'm pretty well versed in the traps, so I will be able to guide you. The only difference is that the traps randomize every time that they are activated.
Jackal, this place sounds terrible. Why don't you just go, walk in, say, oh, it was a joke. I beat them up. I left them for dead in a ditch somewhere. By the way, let me look at this book and you bring it to us.
I have already tried that. I have not done a great job at securing the book. Everyone pretty much knows my stance on the book and the dealings. However, the two gentlemen who are currently using it have made grand promises, and the cutlasses have been blinded by possibility and not of consequence.
What is it they're trying to do?
Wealth and power.
I get it. It's pretty great. Vlyn, you don't even know what it's like.
They already have that.
Not absolute. The cutlasses do not run Dura Sancta.
No, Vlyn, if they had power and wealth, their swords would be made of a good metal.
When you say that, Jackal sort of holds the hilt of his sword and he says, I would not underestimate the keenness of our blades.
Oh, I didn't underestimate their keenness, just their wealth and the quality of the metal. Like, I could bludgeon a man with a big stick. Does that mean it's worth the same as a platinum stick? No.
He smiles and keeps holding on to his the hilt of his sword, and he just says, not everything is as apparent as it seems.
Okay. Vlyn, I think I upset him.
You don't degrade a man's fancy sword.
It's a bad sword.
Well, we don't know that.
The armies of old didn't make copper weaponry en masse, Vlyn. Do you think that was because they didn't take the time to look into metallurgy? I doubt it. There was a Bronze Age. There was an Iron Age. There was not a Copper Age, Vlyn.
Well, it's because copper, I think, is blended and like a little bit harder to do.
It's a good conductor, and that's about it.
Well, maybe they conduct.
Probably, now that I'm saying it. Let's go.
Jackal continues to explain sort of like the situation. He just says, I have been, red flagged. So if I attempt to enter the temple without the safeguards being disabled, they will be alerted and they could essentially continue to randomize the traps infinitely, making it impossible to reach the inner sanctum.
I would love to know what sets off these traps and what makes it safe for copper cutlasses.
Well, the traps have to be activated. So most of the time, they are not active.
But let's say the men we encountered come home. Do they get vaporized or beaten by living trees or whatever?
Well, the temple itself is not our home. We don't live there. It is our home in the sense of that it is the foundation
when they
of
return to their friends with the book is what I'm talking about.
Let's just kick their asses.
But we need to get past the traps to kick their asses. I'm wondering, and I go, ugh. And it's just like, what if we had to disguise? And as I'm speaking, I turn into a copper cutlass, and I don't notice. I keep talking. If we had to disguise and we look like them, like we find one, we bludgeon him, we take his thing. Are there enough copper cutlasses they may not recognize if there's another person? And then we just have the sword, and we walk in, and it's fine.
Jackal kind of like looks at you, Vlyn, and then looks at Flit, and just says, "Oh, you have the gift as well." And he holds out his hand with like the spiraling magical essence.
I look past me at Vlyn and be like, yes, he can punch lightning.
So, Flit, can you just do that thing you just did 2 more times?
What are you talking about? Yes, he can punch lightning. Yes, he can punch lightning.
No, like... Okay,
I still look like a copper cutlass.
It would appear.
Sorry, my clothing. So all my armor and clothing changes into that of what the copper cutlasses were wearing.
Yeah, Jackal says, I do not wish to overstep, but Flit, is it?
Yes, Flitley Cavendale of the Cavendales. Number 1 boy.
Fantastic. It would appear that you have some magical ability that you might not know of.
I do talk quite well, but I assure you it's mundane.
He reaches into his pocket and pulls out this small sort of like compact mirror and holds it up to you.
Ah, my beautiful finery. Oh, it's so drab. Did you... Was this me?
For all intents and purposes, it wasn't me. And something tells me that Vlyn is not the type.
No.
He does punch lightning. Okay. Wow.
Punch lightning.
I'm even more fascinating than I previously thought. Maybe, now that my guardrails have been stripped from me, I'm finding inner depths I never knew to plumb.
I'm grateful for this self-discovery journey that you are on.
I need to plumb these depths even harder. The plumbing of a lifetime.
I look forward to your progress. However, this is not going to essentially help us because they are already in the inner sanctum and the traps have already been activated.
That was what I was asking earlier. Okay.
The copper cutlasses are aware of this and know not to enter until their ritual is done. And the ritual should be done when all of a sudden we run Dura Sancta.
Make waves then. Let's get there en masse. Toot sweet, I think.
Yes. Now I can let you know sort of the traps that I have encountered. The first trap, actually, both of you roll me a d4, and we'll see what traps Jackal is aware of. And I'll roll a d4.
I rolled a 2.
I also rolled a 2. Great.
roll again, Ryan.
That was another 2. A 1.
Okay. Cool. The first trap is a pretty obvious, a classic, if you ask me. It is just giant swinging blades.
Oh, man, I was going to put money on giant swinging blades.
Pretty easy to avoid. They activate upon entrance into the chamber. They begin swinging, at which point you just have to avoid them. There's a timing pattern. It is pretty simple, as long as you know that they will begin swinging once you walk in.
Ooh, I want to guess a trap too. It's a living tree or a living pillar. It grows arms and it bashes you.
Where have you heard about bashing pillars? That's not a common trap.
It's all the rage. Maybe not with your folk.
I was going to say like a pit of spikes.
How mundane and awful.
Jackal's eyes light up and says, well, there is a pit. However, not of spikes, but snakes.
Of living pillars. Oh, snakes, terrible.
Well, I've got bad news for you. If you don't like snakes, you might not like this temple.
Is it the Temple of Snakes?
He smiles.
No, it can't. Why
did you find a Temple of Snakes?
He just kind of like continues to smile as you approach a clearing. There is a soft green glow coming from the exit of this cavern. And he says,
it's glowing snake green.
You'll see.
It's glowing snake green, Vlyn.
This cave patches opens up into a impossibly perfect cube. The edges are entirely smooth, giving the appearance that like this cavern was mined out and like hewn and then polished like marble. So the edges are, you could put a level on them. They're so flat. You can see where like there are indentations where some of the rock might have gone in, but where the rock extended out into this is completely gone. So it kind of looks like someone took like a copy paste cube of somewhere and just kind of like plonked it in here. But that's not the weirdest thing in here. It's the giant jade temple sitting in the center of the room. It sits atop a step pyramid that's in the center, and it's surrounded by a moat of dark, stagnant water. A winding, rocky pathway down to the base of the pyramid where there's a set of dizzying steps leading up to the front door. There's crude metal braziers flickering with a bright green flame that cause eerie shadows that dance along the smooth walls. As you guys begin to make your way down, the odor of the water gets more and more prevalent, and the air begins like turning really thick and really humid.
What are you doing, step pyramid?
And Jackal turns around and says, we just found this. When we were making our tunnels, we found the passages into the grotto, and then we kept following the grotto and we found this. It does not make any sense. It is very concerning.
But unlike sane people, you didn't say, oh no, fuck this, and turn around and leave. You said, let's go into evil glowing snake pyramid.
Yeah. Look, we are swashbuckling adventurers. We're not going to shy away when we find a crazy temple in the middle of the ground. That's gold to us.
These people have a death wish.
Yeah, so we're going into an alien temple left by people that no longer exist to find a book from the fucking abyss.
Yes.
Vlyn, suddenly the farming jobs we were offered, they almost seem like a good idea.
Okay, all right.
Well, let's get it over with, I guess. We're competent.
I've watched movies about treasure hunters. We'll be fine.
One more trap that I can tell you about. There is a ceiling that comes down, tries to smoosh you.
Classic.
No.
You just need to find a place in which it unlocks and you can like get inside to be safe.
That's terrible. To be smooshed?
Well, don't get smooshed. Just get the place that opens up. Get inside. Floor smooshes nothing and you get out. Easy peasy.
This all upsets me, I'll have you know.
Trust me. It is not as bad. Just stay calm. Know that there's traps. Even when there's a room that looks like there is no traps, there is traps. Once you finish the traps, you are in the inner sanctum. You will find these two idiots. They will look like me, but without the stylish mask and probably a little less flair. And they will most certainly be fucking around with a book they should not be.
Okay, well, let's get in there quickly so that we can go home to Portnoy and tell him he won't even believe this. He'll think I'm making some kind of farce.
From the top of this rocky pathway, you hear, "Fuck, they're at the temple!" And you see a number of copper cutlasses beginning to make their way down. Jackal looks at you and says, "Look, I cannot enter the temple without setting off the alarm. I will hold them off here. Once you disable the traps, I will join you in the temple."
Excellent. Okay. Vlyn, lead the way.
I will I'll lead the way, bud.
Climbing up these stairs is like fucked. They're so steep that it feels like you're almost walking like horizontally but up. And once you get to the top of the stairs, you see this, what looks like the only thing that isn't made out of jade on this temple, which are these huge wooden doors with inlaid green metal snake carvings and whatnot. And the handles are big circles that are snakes eating their own tail. And you can like grab those and like pull them open.
Okay, here we go.
Hello, Space GM Dane here to do the things. We're going to keep it quick, lightning, fast. First and foremost, we hope you're enjoying this week's episode. Second, the really big important thing that you need to know about right now, because it is very time sensitive. If you're listening to this when it comes out, you have like 2 days, I believe. On August 1st, we are increasing our Patreon prices. If you're a member of the Patreon already, you don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to change anything. You don't have to worry about your rates going up. We are keeping everyone's membership the same if you are already a member. What we're doing is actually increasing your tiers. We've added a lower tier. Or we will be adding a lower tier on August 1st. All the tiers are going to change. We're going to add new stuff. We have a new show coming out called Grey Watch. Lots of stuff happening on the Patreon. If you are at the top tier right now, you are going to stay at the top tier. You're going to automatically be moved up. Nothing you have to worry about if you are already a member of the Patreon. If you want to take advantage of this and want to bump up your tier so that you get bumped up when we change the prices, or if you just want to join now and get in at the ground floor before the prices raise up, all great ideas if you want to help support the show. We just want to be as transparent and give everyone as much opportunity and time. If you're considering supporting the show, now is the best time to do it because prices will go up on August 1st. With the price increases, I just mentioned it, we're doing a new show that is Patreon exclusive called Grey Watch. It is a Monster of the Week game where we will be playing monster hunters in a sort of depressing, sad little beach town. It's a lot of fun. We're going to be putting up the session 0 early in August, and then we're going to be releasing the first episode end of August. If you want to stay up to date on this kind of news and be in the loop for everything that's happening, both content-wise or just like change-wise or show-wise, head on over to noquestcast.com, click Discord link. You'll be brought to the Discord. That's where we do all of our big announcements. Everything that's going on with the show gets announced there. Also, we have, and I don't want to brag, but a really fucking kick-ass community. We are really, really proud of our Discord community. They're so nice. They're so lovely. It's a lot of fun. And it's also a chance for maybe if you want to like just test the waters of getting involved in Frontiers with a faction or doing one of the votes. There's a lot of opportunities in the Discord. You can just lurk. That's totally fine. If you want to just like hang out and like check out what people's fan theories are and see some fan art, or swing on over to our little section where you get to show pictures of your pets, that's totally fine too. We're a welcoming, inclusive, and really, really great community that will only be made better by you. That's it for this week. We will see you in 2 weeks' time. In the meantime, please be safe and be kind.
Welcome to Aliva Bay, a historical metropolis famous for scenic views, historic architecture, and generations of magical girls who keep the city safe. Follow the adventures of our magical protectors in Bloom and Blight, a queer and trans-led, majority BIPOC, Girl by Moonlight actual play podcast, featuring everything you're looking for in a magical girl show, including cinematic action.
And it becomes a massive obsidian scythe.
Bark drops out of it on the back of a giant hermit crab with a spiked shield made of stained glass.
Heartfelt feelings.
Maybe I'm a bad magical girl.
I am a joke. I'm an absolute fool.
When do we stop, though? Do you age out of this?
You are a magical girl first.
And even a little bit of romance.
Love is everywhere, but not everybody has access to it.
You know I love you, right?
I'm with this team, but I'm with you more than any of that.
Yeah, I love you too.
So join the fight for Aliva Bay's future today and find Bloom and Blight anywhere you get your podcasts.
Gather round, everybody. Some stories are just best told around the warmth of a campfire. This one's about the Skywaymen and how these three knuckleheads changed our cursed world's fate forever. It's a story about knights, old folk songs, and, if I tell it right, it's mostly about love.
Shrimp and Crits Dania is the second season of our actual play podcast with a southern twist. Join the Skywaymen, Cell, Cord, and Gree on an adventure to find lost loved ones.
I know the big lug's out there, somewhere.
Are you worried?
Nah.
Unravel the mysteries of the stars.
There's just so much nothing out there, and, well, I wanted to see a little bit of something.
And to discover purpose beyond our birthrights.
I don't want to be a builder. I want to see the world.
Shrimp and Crits Dania is an actual play podcast with a southern twist, and it's streaming everywhere bi-weekly on Mondays.
As you open the doors, there's just a black wall of darkness. Like, you cannot see through.
Even with my dark vision?
Even with my dark vision?
Especially with your dark vision. This is a powerful magical wall of darkness.
I pick up one of my 3 stones and throw it in.
Okay, you do.
Do I hear clink, clink, clink as it hits the ground?
You don't hear anything.
Well, I've done my part, Vlyn.
All right, I'll do mine. I guess I'll step into the darkness.
As you do, it's almost like you didn't do anything. So you walk in to the temple. Before you is a long hallway, and behind you, you can see Flit standing outside.
Come on in, Flit. The water's warm.
You don't hear anything.
I
Flit.
assume I don't hear anything.
Yeah.
I'm like, Vlyn, give me a sign. Vlyn, a sign. Vlyn, a sign.
Down on the rocky pathway, you see Jackal has begun fighting with these cutlasses.
Oh, God.
he's obviously not trying to hurt them, but he is like swashbuckling, having a sword fight with them.
I brace myself and I run through the shadows.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah, Flit just runs into your back, Vlyn, as you're just standing there.
Why'd you just stand there? Why didn't you give me a sign?
I did. I said, hey, Flit, let's go explore a dangerous temple.
We established via stones that audio did not... Vlyn, I pick up my stone.
When you pick it up, you hear... as you look up, and you see the ceiling is beginning to descend upon you.
Run, Vlyn, run, run!
At the far end, you see a set of double doors.
Okay, yeah, I'd run there as fast as I can.
They are locked.
Look for a compartment. Look for a compartment. We gotta find a compartment.
Can you pick a lock, Vlyn?
I'm gonna roll a perception to look for a compartment.
Sure.
I'll also do that.
You will be getting a bonus to this because you know what you're looking for. Shackles' advice has helped.
Cool, that's a 10. Plus whatever bonus you want to give me.
I'll do mine. Oh, that's better. That's a 19.
All in?
I don't know, do you have a bonus?
Yeah, you are getting a bonus. I wasn't sure if there was a 19 on the dice or...
And that is my +1 from the huddle as well.
This isn't... Looking for the perception isn't... I'm not going to use that for a trap.
No, you get a +1 to perception.
Oh, no, I just get a +1 to perception. And the with traps, it's just a +1 to AC of traps.
Oh, is it? I thought it was a +1 to perception and AC against traps.
No, just perception, initiative, and +1 AC to traps.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay, great. Flit, you find, quickly you're able to run, and you find the tiles on the floor are these long sort of rectangular shapes, sort of like crossed amongst each other.
Vlyn, it's the floor, stop looking at the door. You're standing on it.
And you're able to find one that you can press in and slide out, and it sort of like compresses, slides in, and you see that you can like, it's big enough that you could like lie down in it.
Just one person?
Just one.
Oh no.
Vlyn,
you can look again, Vlyn. I will say at this point in time, it's about halfway down. Every time you make a perception check, it's going to come down. You could tell that you probably have enough time to look for like 2 more times.
I think this will do it. It's going to be a 26.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Once you see Vlyn find his, you find another similar panel that looks a little sus, and you're able to push it down, it slides in, and you're able to also lie down. And the floor, or the ceiling, sorry, finally descends right in front of your face. There's a huge sort of like rumble as it crashes to the ground, and then it retreats back up into the ceiling, and you hear from the locked doors a click.
Well, it's one trap down.
The doors swing open as you approach them, and there's another wall of darkness.
I don't like these dark walls, but together this time, Vlyn?
Yeah, together this time.
I hold his hand and I walk through.
Okay. You guys walk through. In front of you is another long hallway. This time it's a bit wider, and you see that there are scrape marks in sort of like even spacing down the hallway.
Do we think this is the Blades room?
I think this is the Blades.
Okay. I'm going to have a perception just to see if I can clarify more about this. 16.
16 is enough to notice. You can tell by the scrapes on the floor. You can see where the blade has swung and dug into the jade. And yes, this is most definitely the Blade room.
All right. Well, we just have to be quick. I'll go first.
Well, this is actually attack rolls. No, sorry, that's not this floor. It is dex checks or reflex checks.
Okay,
let's do it. How many do you want? Just one?
There are 4.
First one, faded number.
Oh my
shit.
God, Flit.
We'll do your faded number at the end of the traps.
Sure. So I got 13 for the first one.
Okay.
I got a 17.
Okay, Vlyn, easy. The second you guys take a step forward, the blades all begin sort of crisscrossing. You can tell that some of them, there's like a lag on them, especially towards the back, where it's like they'll go 1, 2, and then hang for a little longer and then go again. But this first one is it's a very simple rhythm. It's pretty slow. Vlyn, you're able to just easily walk through it. Flit, the blade just barely misses you. You know that if you were like a second one way or the other, that would have hit you.
Vlyn, I was focusing too much on the last ones that the first one nearly chopped my nose right off my beautiful face.
One at a time.
Okay.
Head in the game.
My head is in the game.
There we go.
My head is not in the game, Vlyn. It's an 11.
Okay.
That's a 19.
Okay. Flit, you take 11 points of slashing damage. As Vlyn, once again, you're able to get through. Flit, unfortunately, for some reason you think going like sideways is a better choice. So you like go through and it clips your shoulder.
Do the copper cutlasses have capes?
No, they're more like, if they have anything, it's sashes. So like they have like, I mean, some of them probably have like those like one side like over the arm kind of cape.
I feel like I forgot I'm wearing that and like get tangled up in it, and like that momentary distraction just like
yeah.
Vlyn, I think I'm go on without me. Teleport now.
No,
I love him.
Flit, you're good, bud. You're good. Just a flesh wound. Just keep on moving. Head in the game.
Second last, the third swinging blade.
It's fated number again.
Natural 20. We're having very different experiences.
Vlyn, I feel like you're slowly picking up steam. Like the first one was like a light sort of like jog, and like as you're getting it, you're starting to like just do that thing where like in video games when you've run Sen's Temple so many times in Dark Souls that you know all the blade patterns that you're just hauling ass now.
Yeah.
What did you get?
13 total.
Okay, that is not enough for this one. That's only 4 points of slashing damage.
I'm getting more more hesitant the more we go on.
This time, as you try to like jump and it catches you sort of like right on the calf.
I need those.
And the final blade.
Vlyn, I'm just going to wait here and you come back and get me on the way out.
You got to come, bud. I need your help.
I'm going to die.
What'd you roll, buddy?
It's a 12. Reflex is my best save. I want everyone to know.
I rolled a 13 this time.
Ooh. As you are trying to help Flit gain his confidence, and you're
as
trying
he steps forward, I grab him and I say, "No!" And we both.
Okay, minimum damage. It's 3 points of slashing damage for both of you.
Okay,
but you are able to get through. And once you cross through the threshold of the last blade, they finish their final swing. They lock back up into the sides of the walls, and you hear the door open up, and another wall of darkness.
Vlyn, my stamina, it's all gone.
Well, I don't think we have time to wait for 10 minutes.
Jackal will be fine.
We're being chased from behind, brother. We got to keep moving.
Do we want to do our fated numbers? Because
yes, you have 2, right? Yeah, let's do it.
That's a 5.
Okay, first one on the new table.
That's a 16.
Okay.
That's a 2, and that's a 15. Cool that I rolled high once we're not getting blades swung at us.
All right.
We had 2 very different experiences.
I'm so cut up.
Cool. Nothing happens here.
I hated that laugh. I hated that so much. That means like I feel like they're not terrible. They're just like weirdly goofy and like they're just going to be annoying to deal with.
I don't know. The next room is a
pit of snakes.
It's not a pit of snakes, but there is a snake. There's a giant snake head at the end of the room. This is once again another long. This is probably the widest and longest. This is the biggest room you've been in. In front of you is like a checkered, like small square pattern tile floor in front of you, and at the far end is a giant snake head with these 2 gems in its eyes. And when you walk in, you hear a like almost like a gong sound, and its eyes turn on, and there's like a blinding beam of light that shoots out.
Oh no.
What how far away is it?
It's like probably like 70 feet away. The tiles are about 60 feet.
Okay, so we need to get across and figure out when it blinds light.
I'm going to roll a perception.
Okay.
18. Do I notice anything else about this room?
With an 18, you can tell that the panels on the floor, they're all rigged to fall. Yeah.
All of them. Okay.
Yeah.
So we have to move quick?
I don't know, Vlyn. I'm bad at traps.
The eyes turn off and you can see again. You can always see, but it's just like it's very hard to see when.
Okay, buddy, we're gonna wait for it to flash again, and then as soon as it's done, we're just gonna give it to her.
Give it to her like what?
Like we're gonna go fast.
You gotta go fast.
Okay.
Faster.
The what are you guys doing right now?
Standing there in terror.
Waiting to the next flash. Yeah.
The lights, you hear that gong again. The lights activate. It seems to last a shorter period of time than it did last time.
Oh, I don't like that.
Like last time was probably like 4 seconds. This time it was like maybe like 1. Just like a quick like poof, and then turns off.
All right, let's go.
What if we shoot the eyes, Vlyn?
I think we can beat the trap. It's sort of like a game.
I'm not good at traps.
Well, let me go first then.
I don't want you. Okay, go.
I just start moving across the tiles.
All right, great. You hear that gong.
Close my eyes.
Okay, are you still running?
Oh God. Yeah. Yep.
Okay, you close your eyes as the light kicks on, and then you hear another gong, and
I open my eyes.
Give me a reflex save, please.
15.
You feel the tile that you're on about to, like, fall out. You're able to jump to another one, and then you see a random amount of tiles throughout the room all fall.
Oh no.
The second that happens, I guess I start running as well, because I'm like, oh God, Vlyn, we should have done it at the same time. I jump on.
Are you running while the light's still on?
No, when it turns off.
Okay.
I assume they fell and it turned off, but...
the light's still on.
Okay. I'll wait till it's off then.
Okay. The light turns off after a couple more seconds, and you guys begin going. Yeah.
As I run, can I see through any of the holes? What's below?
Darkness, in the same sort of fashion as the doors.
We definitely have to fall. I run.
Okay. Once again, you hear that gong. Are you staying still? Are you running again, Vlyn, once the light goes off?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna, like, knowing it's coming, I'm gonna try to memorize like where the things are ahead of me, and then I'm just gonna keep going.
Okay. And you're hauling ass as well. Yeah. So you hear that gong. The lights come on. Are you running still?
I guess. Yeah. I haven't seen anything to the contrary.
You hear the gong again, and both of you have to give me reflex saves.
I have blind sense. Would that be helping me out here?
Nope.
Okay. 18.
Okay. You're able to jump off the tile that's about to fall that you're on.
Well, I'll miss you, bud. That's a 10.
Yeah. You see Vlyn falls through the tile. Vlyn, you take 4 points of damage, and this time you hear like chimes, like almost like wind chimes, and Vlyn drops from the ceiling at the beginning of the trap.
Oh, God.
Is it my turn again, technically?
Yep.
I assume I'm at least halfway through this thing, right?
Yeah, you're about half.
Okay, so I dimension door the remaining 30 feet.
Okay, yeah, you're able to do that.
As you see, I kind of like wobble, and then I fall backwards, but as I fall, my wings like spread out, and I fall through my wings and just like end up at the other end. Vlyn, what do I do now?
I touch the snake, maybe?
Grab one of the eyes.
When you touch one of the eyes, they're really, really hot, but it doesn't seem like you can do anything about it.
Vlyn, they're hot. That hurt.
I don't know. Is there a door?
I look around.
There's no door that you can see.
Hold on, Vlyn. I've got it. I put my gun up to the eye and...
when you try to shoot it, you hear that gong sound again and more panels fall.
I don't think that was it.
No, I definitely mentioned before that shooting it was probably a bad idea.
You hear that gong?
Okay, I got this. Yeah.
The light turns on. What are you doing?
I'm waiting for the light to turn off, and then I'm gone. Let's do it.
Okay. Light turns off. I'm going to need athletics checks now because there's...
Yep, this is what I was waiting for.
The amount of panels have gone. Yeah, you now have to start jumping.
24.
Yeah, you're able to easily make it from panel to panel to panel. You hear that gong again. What's your plan before the light turns on?
I'm going to jump to the next tile and close my eyes midair.
Okay.
While this is happening, I got 24 perception. Do I see anything up and around this snake head?
While you're on the other side, you don't seem to be getting hit with the light. When Vlyn jumps with his eyes closed and the light hits him, he gets highlighted in red. And then when he lands again and like stops, the highlight disappears.
Vlyn, I think maybe you're not meant to move when the light goes on.
Oh, okay. We can try that next time.
You were highlighted in red.
Red is usually bad.
It does seem a bad color.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just because it goes well with green. And it's a green temple, Vlyn. It might not mean more.
I am going to need a reflex save since you were moving while the light was on.
13.
Once again, that panel that you're midair jumping to disappears. You fall through. You take 4 points of damage. You teleport back to the start. You hear that like wind chime noise as bloop, you drop back. There's very little tiles left.
Yep.
I want to hold my hands out to block the eyes.
Okay.
Like, I'm not going to touch them. I'm just going to put my hands in front of them so that the light doesn't get through.
Yeah, I'll allow that. Sure.
Flynn, this might help. I don't know.
So the way I'm going to do it
Appreciate you, bud.
is they're pretty powerful beams and covering. So I'm going to give almost like a concealment to Vlyn. So there will be a 50% chance that the light hits them.
Okay, let's do this.
Okay, you hear the gong. The lights go on. What do you do?
I wait.
Okay.
I wait till they go out.
Lights go out. Give me an athletics check to jump to the next tile.
That's going to be a 17.
Yep. You're able to jump on. As you're getting ready to jump to the next one, you hear the gong and the lights go on.
I don't move.
Okay. I won't bother concealment. Nothing happens.
Okay. I jump to the next tile. That's going to be a 22.
Yep. You need to do one more jump. As you land, you hear that gong. The lights go on. What do you do?
Not moving.
Cool.
Not moving.
Give me one final athletics check to get to the other side.
19.
Cool. You clear it. The second you jump onto the side that Flit is on, the snake head raises up and reveals a darkened doorway.
We are not good at trap doing game.
Yeah, no, that one was a little bit rougher. Yeah.
You solved my red light, green light puzzle. You walk through into the next chamber.
Snake pit time.
This is the pit.
It is another hallway, and you don't see anything.
Okay, we have to find out what triggers the snake pit. I'm looking for tripwires or...
Now remember, Jackal just told you about the traps that he was aware of.
Still gonna perception this hall, you bastard.
I just got an 11.
I got 9.
Okay, we're just gonna move down this hall together.
Together we're dirty 20.
Yep, we're gonna move down this hall as friends.
Yep. You don't see any trap, and as you walk forward, you hear a click as both of you step on a pressure panel, and then you hear a as a flurry of darts come shooting towards you.
Classic.
Vlyn, I push him out of the way, and I use chronomatic defense to add +2 to his AC.
Okay. That is a 15 against your KAC, Vlyn.
Well, that will... Because of the +2, I'm just good.
What does this look like? Is it just a simple you see it a little faster, or what does that look like?
I see him get hit, and I know I'm too late to push him away, but when I push him away, he hasn't been hit yet.
Cool.
It's like deja vu almost, where I'm like, huh?
And that's going to be a miss for you, Flit.
Thanks, bud.
Oh, damn. I guess I push him and I go out of the way as well, because he's so heavy and I'm so light.
I'm not that heavy.
I'm very light. I'm a butterfly. My strength score is 0.
Yeah, you are able to avoid this flurry of poison darts.
Vlyn, you got hurt, but then you weren't hurt.
Thanks, man. No, good intuition.
Well, I am quite sharp. I'm bleeding everywhere.
Still quite a bit of ways to go.
Okay, we need a plan. I don't know what the plan is. Do we have a shield of some description?
I don't think I have a shield.
I will say, you know that there are pressure plates now that you've stepped on them. You can attempt to locate the other ones.
Okay, let's roll a perception again. That's going to be at 20, dirty 20.
I got a 13.
Flit, you don't see anything. Vlyn, you see ahead of you, there is another hallway wide strip of jade tile that you can clearly see is the pressure plate for the next.
Okay, cool. I point it out to Flit and I say, yeah, just jump over that one there, pal.
Okay, like so, and I just prance over it.
Yep. Yeah, it's very easy to get over. It's literally less than a foot wide. So just a simple step gets you over it. There's probably about another 30 feet of hallway.
Okay, let's keep our eyes out. That's an 18 on the dice, so that's going to be a 26.
I got a 24.
27 with the +1.
You guys see the next panel. It's right in front of you. Very obvious. It looks almost exactly the same as the first one.
Okay. Vlyn, I got this one, and I prance over it again.
I also prance over it.
Excellent. Just so. Light on your toes.
I took a dance class at the community center.
This community center had varied classes.
We didn't have much else to do in my hometown. Well, in our town. So,
Just a startling variety. I'm very impressed. The social programs, outstanding.
Yeah, we had a really good community coordinator. She did a great job.
One of your many wives, Vlyn?
No, wasn't one of my 2 wives. Well, 1 wife. Anyway.
20 to see the next one.
Yeah.
Another. I'm getting good at traps, Vlyn.
And we're
getting there, bud.
That's the last panel. You're now at the door. You hear the door unlock.
Amazing. I'm becoming quite the adventurer. I open the door.
As you pull the 2 snake handles, you hear a as a row of arrows get fired at you from behind. That is a 16 against your KAC, Vlyn.
Yeah, that's going to hit.
Is that even with your +1 from Huddle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's a miss for Vlyn. So you
I think I say, I'm getting to be quite the adventurer. I pull open the door, and as I'm turning around to look at Vlyn, they all just go on either side of me as I'm sideways. I just see him with 2 arrows sticking out of him.
That is 5 points of piercing damage, and you're going to have to give me a fortitude save, please.
Okay, fortitude is my best one. That's going to be a 23.
As this dart lodges into your chest, you see it dripping with like a green substance. You can feel sort of like a singe, and you're able to pull it out in time before the poison is able to take purchase, which is good because it fucks you up.
Oh no.
Vlyn, was there another panel?
Yeah, I'm sure it was just another panel, bud.
I told you not to step on that one.
I'm sorry. That's it. You know me, I have 2 right feet.
This time, as you open the door, there is no wall of darkness. You are on sort of a upper floor balcony that looks into a massive inner chamber. And you can guess that this is probably the inner sanctum.
We did it, Vlyn.
Spiral staircases go down into this huge chamber. You can see across the way there is another door that looks identical to the one you're coming out of, with, again, like a balcony and staircases down. There is a massive domed ceiling. Glowing crystals are suspended by thick black chains, which are what's giving this whole chamber its light. At the far end of the room, underneath the balcony that you're looking at, is a 2-story tall silver mirror. Around its edges is, once again, this snake carving eating itself. The floor is equally as ornate. There's relief carvings of ancient symbols and geometric shapes in the floor, and then on top of that there is a unblemished glass floor, to the point where, like, it would be impossible for something what seems to be this old to be this clear. 6 thick arcing supports run up and sort of support this domed ceiling. At the end of the support are snake heads with their mouths open, their tongues curled out, and each of them have different colored gems in their eyes. There's a blue one, a red one, a yellow one, a green one, a white one, and a black one. And then in the center of this room, there is a 30-foot wide raised dais with a jade pedestal in the middle. And you can hear the sounds of 2 men fighting in a language you don't understand.
Okay, Vlyn, what's the plan? 2 men, 1 book, spooky cavern, and a terrifying mirror.
I say we go kick some ass.
Okay. Do you think it'll take 10 minutes to walk down these stairs?
I think it'll be much quicker than 10 minutes, unfortunately.
I will say, if you do want to take a 10-minute rest, this is the place to do it. They don't know you're here.
Cool. We'll take a 10 minutes.
There's 2 sort of like braziers in front of you. Their fire is flickering green. And then you see the flames get snuffed out, and then a purple flame emerges from them. And you get the sense that this might be Root trying to contact you.
Okay, let's take a 10 and talk to Root.
You will have to turn on your bracers in order to...
Yeah,
talk to her.
I flick it on.
Just immediate to red. And then, once again, feel that, like, crack, that shattered glass thing, and you get put into that sort of weird mirror dimension that she was in. And she falls sort of forward as if she was like standing on the balcony. She like lunges forward and staggers in front of you and says, "Okay, we don't have much time. I can't hold this for very long, but I'm doing my best as well to hold off any other demonic invasions. Thankfully, being this close to the Grimoire is enough to give me a little bit of my power back. It's here. I can feel it. I'm so close. You need to get it. And then we can put all of this behind. I can free your friend's soul, and I can get out of this plane."
You don't happen to know anything about an evil, spooky, probably snake god?
Yeah, we're in weird snake god temple.
There's so many evil snake gods, guys.
That's fair.
Oh, okay. That's all right.
This one glows an ominous green, which I assume is probably commonality.
That's pretty classic snake god thing.
Yeah. That's, worth a shot, Vlyn. How do we get said book to you? If we have hands on it, is that enough?
There's a small ritual that you will need to do to get it. I don't think it's something you're going to be able to do in danger.
Oh, God. We have to bring the book into our home?
You don't have to bring it into home. You just need to be able to focus for like maybe, 10 minutes or so.
Okay. Well, sure. We'll seal the book then. But you remember your side of the deal, okay?
Yes, of course.
Say it for me. What do you remember you need to do?
Don't take that tone with me.
It's my every tone.
That is true. That is his every tone with everybody.
You can see she's clenching her fist and she says, I will deliver it to that guy so he can see it just long enough for you to get your, whatever, your information, your pay, whatever.
And you won't harm anybody, most especially me, Vlyn, and Portnoy.
Yes.
And you will tell us if any memories of those porcelains come back to you.
All of those things, I'm happy to.
Okay, perfect. This is partially me double-checking that I remembered to ask.
I forgot all the deals.
See,
so
he's
I'm
old.
Well,
you're the one who made it. She holds up the
I know.
abyssal writing on her forearm.
Look, between me and you, Root, it's for him more than you or me. I'm sorry if offense was caused.
Being this close to the book, I can feel my power starting to come back. If you need my help during the fight, I will be able to help you. However, I won't be able to use my power to suppress any demonic invasions. So every time you call on me, there is a chance something else might come through. But I promise I will be able to help more than probably hinder.
Now,
all right.
Now, Root, my good bud, say these demons do pop through. Will they come for us like a shot arrow, or will they just kind of be here and maybe smoosh those two men?
It's tough to say. It may bring in something that just wants to cause chaos. It may target you because you are the one who summoned it. It may protect you because you're the one who summoned it.
Because I'm kind of in a distraction mood today, and my Roha distraction didn't work. I'm thinking maybe demon distraction is the way to go. But regardless, we'll see. Maybe we'll shoot them once and they'll die horribly and we just take the book.
Ooh, I like that. She starts clapping.
Yes, I have a gun.
She looks at you and says, where?
It's my DJ deck.
Ugh. She gives you the most disgusted look.
It's like I'm it's a multi-tool for music and destruction. Don't give me that face, Vlyn. You punch things like a cad.
Yeah,
like
you got me there.
Angry dock worker.
Wow, that seems offensive to someone, but I don't know who.
Why? Are you saying they'll be offended because they're angry? That's offensive, Vlyn.
You see sort of like those cracked, shattered kind of like fragments of space and time. You see that like a claw shoots out. She says, okay, I can't hold this any longer.
Friend of yours?
Probably not. Certainly not a friend of yours. So I'm going to go before we start getting invasions. But if you need me, do not hesitate. I just can't promise.
Wait, what do we do for the ritual?
Once you have the book, I will have more power.
Okay, perfect. Goodbye.
Like another claw like pulls open and you see this like horrible like dog monster that just like it looks like a zipper of teeth right down its
Vlyn,
face.
It's the hound. It's the hound, Vlyn.
Are you a space werewolf?
Once again, the shattering glass time resumes. And thankfully, time was frozen there. You get your 10-minute rest.
We love it.
And you are able to sort of like look down and you see two people. There's a Shirin and a Lashunta. Both men, both wearing the copper cutlasses. And the book is sitting on the pedestal. And you see them sort of like circling around it almost combatantly and like yelling at each other in a language that you've never heard before.
I'm assuming it's probably abyssal. Can I roll a culture to try and like figure out what the language is?
It would be a mysticism.
I can roll mysticism. I've got that. That would be a 23. I'm rolling really good this episode.
They are currently performing a ritual. So it's not it's not necessarily a language. It's sort of like tongues, essentially. With that high of a roll, you can tell that they are doing two competing rituals almost.
Oh my god, these guys are so bad at demon summoning.
Again, with a high mysticism check, doing that during a ritual is so fucking bad. Like it's so dangerous to have two people performing two different rituals with the same sort of like foci. It's not good.
How far away are they?
I would say they're like 40 feet down and maybe like 60 feet or 50 feet like away. This room is huge.
Flit, a stone.
What are we doing with the stone?
I'm gonna throw it at them.
To clock them or to distract them?
To clock them.
Okay, hold on. And I go like, and I touch it and it goes invisible. I'm like, I'm fascinating. I hand it to you. It's invisible.
All right. I'm going to throw this invisible stone at one of these guys. The Sheeran, I guess.
Okay, roll me a ranged attack roll.
That's going to be a 15.
That is enough to hit him. I mean, I think you would probably take a range penalty for this, but like, fuck it.
I'm assuming it just does like 1 damage plus my strength, so it'd be 4 damage.
I'll give you the 4 damage for this tiny, small, invisible rock. But it does do what I assume is your main goal, which is to disrupt the Sheeran just like, ping. He's like, ow, what the hell was that? Someone's here. And they begin sort of like looking around. They both draw their swords as well. Are you trying to stay hidden?
Yeah.
I won't.
Okay.
I'm hiding behind the stair.
Give me a stealth check.
That's a 24.
Yeah, I'm rolling like shit today, boys. They see Vlyn, but they have no idea that you're there, Flit.
Hey, stop that, you idiots.
How did you get in here? Oh, fuck, it was Jackal. They didn't stop him. Are you with Jackal?
Do I look like a dog to you?
What? Jackal's a person, you idiot.
Well, I don't know who he is then.
Okay, well, if you're not with Jackal, then I have even more of a reason to kill you. No one's supposed to be here but the Cutlasses.
Well, you guys are so bad at demon summoning that you summon me instead.
Give me a bluff check. I'm gonna roll a sense motive.
I have a -1 to bluff. That's a 19 on the dice, so that's an 18.
I rolled a 2. So this guy, I guess I should roll for both of them. No, they now sort of like take the same side of the pedestal and they begin backing sort of away and they're like pushing each other. And the Lashunta's like, you idiot. You've cursed us. This is not the spirit we wanted.
Ooh.
The sort of like soft-spoken one sort of like gets in a low combat position, sort of like a really weird, like, sword up, hand up, like really low, like lots of like movement. And he says, then I must slay you and send you back to the abyss.
You guys are so bad at this.
I pop
like,
up
very
and I say,
incompetent.
And you've summoned me. For a bluff of 16.
Okay, let's see if they believe that. Fuck me.
Yes.
No.
You have summoned...
There's 2 of them.
Flinigan and Flitwick from the 15th circle of hell.
The
abyss.
I'm still wearing the copper cutlasses, and I say, this is your future. If you do not stop.
They kind of like are freaking out a lot, and they're just like, we're gonna turn into like bug guys.
I turn around,
or will I get wings? And you can see him sort of like the Sheeran is like flexing and trying to get like wings.
I turn around and you like flick like he sighs and he reaches into his eyes and pulls out the contacts he's been wearing and turns back around and looks at them. And he is undead, which he's been trying to hide with fake lenses and makeup, and which is why he was avoiding the water earlier. So my eyes just look glassy and kind of terrible. And I look at them and I say, this is your future.
Give me an intimidation check.
It's not great. That's a 7. I'm probably really far away. You probably can't see much.
Yeah, the one guy's like, actually, I mean, like, I think I'd be kind of badass with wings. If I was a spooky winged guy, ooh, I like that. Is that what you've come to give us? Is that the gift we're getting?
Yeah, just stay right there. We'll come down and give you a gift.
Yeah, yes.
The Sheeran is like, all right, hell yeah. And the Lashunta is still in his combat pose. And he's like, I do not trust you, demon.
That's good, because only one of you can actually get this gift. The most worthy of you.
You guys are heading down onto the dais to talk to them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. The book is still sitting in the pedestal in between you. They're on one side, you're on the other. And these idiots are just like, the Lashunta looks ready for a fight. Like he's still very much, but the Sheeran is like, what do you mean, the most worthy?
Well, you just need to prove which one of the 2 of you is the most worthy.
What do I need to do? What do I need to do? The Lashunta's like, you fool, they're playing you.
Show your devotion, or what was Vlyn, there's another way, isn't it? Is it okay? Like, if only one of you remains, then obviously you're the most worthy by de facto. But we're not encouraging violence.
So, I mean, I don't know.
Hey, you have to interpret that. You want to interpret it, buddy. We're demons. We speak in riddles.
He turns to the Lashunta and says, I think you gotta leave, dude. I think they want you to go. And the Lashunta's like, I will not leave while this demonic filth sullies our temple. And he begins sort of like inching forward at you.
Who do you think the temple's to, bud?
I stick out my tongue and hiss.
We're demons sent from the dark snake god Bartholomew von Venom.
I'm gonna need another bluff check for that one. I've let you ride this bluff pretty far, but I'm gonna need
another 19. That's another 19 on the dice. That's an 18.
All right, let me roll. They rolled a 19 on the dice as well.
Okay, fuck. All right.
May I diplomacy to diffuse this situation now that we have gotten our foot in the door?
Sure. I think you can. Your diplomacy will stop hostility immediately.
What if it's a very good diplomacy, Dane?
I don't think they're going to believe the lie that you guys are from the evil snake god Bartholomew von Venom, but you can maintain your demonic guys.
Can I double down on my one of you needs to be worthy thing?
Yes, you can keep that line of train. I'm just saying they will not believe that you are like demonic emissaries of a god.
Perfect. Okay. Just remember you said that as I nat 20 diplomacy because I have one banked. Okay. I say, look, does it make sense that we would somehow get through what I'm sure is an impenetrable trap-filled temple and be here, know what you're doing, know the book, appear like this, saunter right down to you? It's just think about it. All we need is that one worthy emissary. Between the two of you, you can choose, you can murder each other if that's what you want. Either way, once one of you remains here, the gift will be bestowed. And then the next steps will happen. Power, luxury, wealth, everything that you've been dreaming of. This is but the first step upon the path.
The Lashunta begins creeping towards you. And then in a flurry, he begins spinning up and takes a lunging swing at you, Flit, but stops sort of a foot away from you. His sword raised just above your cheek as a copper cutlass explodes through his chest as the Shirin impales his buddy, pulls it out, and the Lashunta drops to the ground. And the Shirin says, I am worthy. I am the only one left. I stand ready to accept your gifts. And then from behind him, on the alternate balcony, you hear a woman's voice say, now, it wasn't that hard to get through the traps. And you see a blonde with short hair and a yellow jacket and cargo pants sitting on the edge of the balcony. A man wearing a duster leaning there. He has his arm up that his fist turns into a gun and he points it down, and Roha steps beside them and says, boys, an excellent job locating my book. Your payment will be in full. We'll take it from here. And the two relic hunters she hops off the balcony, does a really cool superhero 3-point landing. The other guy, he jumps down, he shoots a grappling hook to the ceiling and sort of lowers himself, and Roha just kind of floats down and says, the book, thank you. And he raises out his hand, and the book lifts up off the pedestal and begins floating towards him. The Shirin's like, no, and he grabs it, and he begins sort of getting dragged. From behind you on the balcony above you, you hear, fuck, I knew these idiots were gonna fuck it up! And 3 copper cutlasses flip onto the dais in front of you, and they join the Shirin grabbing the book as it's being pulled in front of them. And then you hear the sound of as from the balcony above again, you see that one-armed porcelain fly through the air and dropkick the Shirin in the face as the book flies up, slides on the dais, and there's a porcelain on one side, you on the southern side, copper cutlasses on the western side, and in front of you are the relic hunters, the book lying in the middle.